Well, welcome back to video number 7 in our series on normalization and functional dependencies. In the last video, we explored the concept of first normal form, the elimination of all multivalued and composite attributes from a relation. Now we're going to move on to second normal form, so let's proceed. Second normal form is based on the concept of full functional dependency. A functional dependency, X determines Y, for example, is a full functional dependency if the removal of any attribute from X means that the dependency does not hold anymore. In other words, the dependency must be based on all attributes within that primary key. A functional dependency, X determines Y, is partial if some attribute can be removed from X and the dependency still holds. In figure B here, Social Security number and project number determine hours. This is a full dependency. Neither Social Security number alone determines hours, nor does project number alone determine hours. However, the dependency, Social Security number and project number determines e-name, is partial because Social Security number determines e-name, that one holds, project number has nothing to do with it. A definition. A relation schema is in second normal form if every non-prime attribute in the relation is functionally dependent on the primary key of the relation. The test for second normal form involves testing for functional dependencies whose left-hand side attributes are part of the primary key. If the primary key contains a single attribute, the test doesn't need to be applied at all. The improj relation in figure B here is in first normal form, but it's not in second normal form. We see that its primary key is Social Security number and project number. Well, in the case of hours, we've already determined that that is a full dependency. However, when we talk about employee name, project name, and project location, well, employee name is fully dependent on Social Security number but has no concern about project number. And project name and project location are fully dependent upon project number, but it's no relation to the Social Security number. This relation is not in second normal form because all of these non-prime attributes are not fully dependent on the entire primary key. The only one, in fact, that is hours. If these three were not there, it would be in second normal form. But since they are included in this relation is not in second normal form. In the case of e-name, project name, and project location, those attributes are said to have a partial dependency upon the primary key. Second normal form requires that all non-prime attributes have a full dependency on the primary key. If a relation schema is not in second normal form, it can be second normalized or second normal form normalized into a number of second normal form relations in which the non-prime attributes are associated only with the part of the primary key on which they are fully dependent. Therefore, the functional dependencies that we looked at in that previous graphic lead to the decomposition of improj into three relations, EP1, EP2, and EP3, as shown in this figure. Here you see improj in its non-second normal form state with all these non-prime attributes that are partially dependent, not fully dependent on the primary key. And it is now broken or decomposed into three new relationships: EP1, EP2, and EP3. Now, do you see why we say that normalization is the decomposition of relations? Third normal form is based on the concept of transitive dependency. A functional dependency X determines Y in a relation schema is a transitive dependency if there exists a set of attributes in the relation that is neither a candidate key nor a subset of any key of the relation, and both X determines Z and Z determines Y hold. The dependency of Social Security number determines department manager Social Security number is transitive through the department number in the employee department table in Figure A. Because both the dependencies of Social Security number determines department number and department number determines department manager's numbers hold. And department number is neither a key nor a subset of the key of the employee department relation. Intuitively, we can see that the dependency of department manager Social Security number on department number is not desirable in this employee department table, since department number is not a key of the employee department table. Definition. According to Codd's original definition, a relation schema is in third normal form if it satisfies second normal form and no non-prime attribute of a relation is transitively dependent on the primary key. The relation schema imp department that we saw in that previous slide is in second normal form since there are no partial dependencies on the key. However, employee department is not in third normal form because of the transitive dependency of department manager Social Security number and also department name on the SS number via department number. As you can see in this figure, we can normalize employee department by decomposing it into two third normal form relations, ED1 and ED2. Intuitively, we see that ED1 and ED2 represent independent entity facts about employees and departments. A natural join operation on ED1 and ED2 will recover the original imp department relation without generating spurious tuples. Intuitively, we can see that any functional dependency in which the left-hand side is part, that is a proper subset, of the primary key, or any functional dependency in which the left-hand side is a non-key attribute, is a problematic functional dependency. Second normal form and third normal form normalization removes these problem functional dependencies by decomposing the original relation into new relations. In terms of normalization process, it is not necessary to remove the partial dependencies before the transitive dependencies. But historically, third normal form has been defined with the assumption that a relation is tested for second normal form first, before it is tested for third normal form. Table 15.1 informally summarizes the three normal forms based upon primary keys, the test used in each case, and the corresponding remedy or normalization performed to achieve normal form. This table pretty much summarizes what we've been discussing in the last two videos on normalization. Well, I think that makes a pretty good stopping point. This video covered second and third normal forms in the process of normalization of a relational database. Since we ended this video discussing the problem of a transitive functional dependency, let's make transitive the mystery word for this video. So go ahead and submit your mystery word Check your knowledge on the material covered in this one, and when you're done, come on back for the next in the series on functional dependencies and normalization.